chance to choose only who will you save.
Ladies and gentlemen, judges.
In my 22 years of existence,
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I know some of you are...
It's got fun to be.
Miss Ann Curtis, congratulations! Picture. 1, 2, ready, smile. Thank you and congratulations. Ladies, I now have the results of our top 5 finalists. Thank you for your participation and good luck to each and every one of you. Ladies and gentlemen, Barangays and Roque, this Gays and Roque 2022 top 5. Let me begin with candidate number 8. Please join them, or please join her. Second finalist, candidate number 12. Barangays and Roque, let's say hello to our third finalist, and she is no other than candidate number 7. You are up next to move forward. Congratulations, you're part of the final 5. Please say hello to candidate number 6. And finally, to complete our top 5, Barangay San Roque, she is none other than candidate number 9. Barangay San Roque, our top 5 finalists, number 6, 9, 12, 8, and 7. Ayan. We are now on the last stretch of our competition. And yung mga nandito, wait for the final part of this show kasi yung ating top 5 finalists ay magbibigay ng bonggang-bonggang showdown after this final question and answer portion. So let us start the final Q&A. Let me begin with finalist or candidate number 8. Congratulations, candidate number 8. Please pick your final question. Ladies and gentlemen, judges, would you like to read it? Sure. All right, judges, candidate number 8 requested to read the question. Okay, thank you. Your question? If you will be given a chance to choose only, who will you save? A rapist or a murderer? Why? Once again, if you will be given a chance to choose only, who will you save? A rapist or a murderer? Why?
Mga
kaibigan, hurado at minamahal kong manonood, humihingi lamang po ako ng konting katahimikan upang maunawaan po ang aking kasagutan. Ang katanungan ho'y umiindayog sa ganitong pamamaraan. Kung meron nga daw po ba akong isisave, sino ito at bakit? Ang murder o ang mamamatay tao? Ang rapist o ang rape? Ang gumawa ng rape? Mga kaibigan, hurado at minamahal kong manonood, naniniwala ho ako na ang dalawang ito ay isang kasalanan, hindi lang po sa mata ng batas ng ating pong lumikha, kundi batas din ng ating tayong mga tao. Mga kaibigan, hurado at minamahal kong manonood, naniniwala ho ako na bakit po ako pipili sa kanilang dalawa kung kaya ko naman po silang isave dalawa. Tandaan ho natin na ang pagkakamali ay hindi maitatama ng isa pang pagkakamali. Ang pag-rape ang isang kamalian, ang pagpatay ay kamalian. Kung ako bilang isang tao, kung may kakayahan akong tumulong, bakit hindi ko silang dalawa pipiliin? Tandaan ho natin na huwag tayong pipili, huwag tayong huhusga sa kanilang kasalanan, bagkus isipin natin ang ating sarili. Bakit kamo? Dahil ang pagtulong sa kapwa mo ay siyang pinakamagandang bagay na magagawa mo bilang isang tao. Oo, mga kaibigan, alam kong mali, natulungan sila, ngunit lagi natin tatandaan na ang pagtulong ang pinakamagandang bagay, hindi lang sa mata ng tao, kung hindi sa mata ng buong lumikha. Salamat po.
Thank you so much, candidate number 8. Let's now welcome our second finalist, which is candidate number 12. Please pick your question. Yes, sure. So since the first finalist read the question, I will give the chance to the rest of the finalists to read the question as well. So please go ahead. Alright, honestly, this is the first time that I am seeing the questions. So I never saw it even yesterday or earlier. I asked one of my friends to do the questions for me. I asked him to prepare an easy question which was asked earlier during our top 8. And then I asked him to do a little difficult question. One sample is the one that we've thrown earlier to our first finalist. And this is the second question. And here is your mic. Alright. Finalist number 12. Your question. Judges, ladies and gentlemen, do you still believe in the saying, papunta ka pa lang, pabalik na ako? Why? I will repeat. Do you still believe in the saying, papunta ka pa lang, pabalik na ako? Why?
Thank you so much for that very tricky question. Ladies and gentlemen, judges, before I answer the question, I would just like you to be reminded about what is the theme that we're having right now. It's the 80s, it's the 90s, it's kinda old, but yet, we decided to still bring it back. Why? Because we should never forget that we will continue learning from the past. And what is from the past will behold our future. We should never forget the lessons that we are going to learn from our parents, from our elderlies. Papunta ka pa lang, pabalik na ako, meaning to say that there are always experience. They are always have the knowledge to teach us youngs and millennials, because let us never forget that the lessons that will be given to us will be the lessons that we will use for us to be a better versions of ourselves. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. That's our second finalist, candidate number 12. Let's now meet our next finalist, the beautiful candidate number 7. Congratulations on being part of top 5.
Thank you.
Sure, go ahead. Alright. Judges, ladies and gentlemen, candidate number 7, your question. What percentage of your time is spent on things that give you meaning? Tinagalog lang yata. Ano ang percentage on things that... di pala. Sorry, my bad. I will repeat. What percentage of your time is spent on things that give you meaning and percentage on things that don't? I repeat, what percentage of your time is spent on things that give you meaning and percentage on things that don't?
In my 22 years of existence, there are only two things that I'm always doing. It's what I need and it's what I want. Especially during this pandemic, first we have the needs. I've already graduated and it is a need for me to find a job. And in the corporate world, it is a necessity for you to strive harder, especially during this pandemic. You have to finance yourself, especially your family, especially when you're considered as the breadwinner. And while for the wants, we can also consider our leisure, such as joining these pageants. It's also part of our wants, but this wants is also becoming a necessity. It's also becoming a need for other people. So I believe that it's an equal percentage. It will be a 50-50 percentage as long as you will, how you will perceive things on if it is a necessity or it is not just a necessity. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, candidate number 7. Let's now move forward with our next finalist, and that is you, candidate number 6. You may please read your question. Judges, ladies and gentlemen, candidate number 6, your question is, why do people become evil because of money? I will repeat, why do people become evil because of money?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, panel board of judges. One of the very big misconceptions about the people think that money becomes the greatness to become an evil one. Let me just correct that very misconception. Why do we try to focus on the positive things of what money can become? Ladies and gentlemen, in the world that we are living in, we are now in an era we have experienced the pandemic. We have learned so much things and we value so much time, especially the necessity and the wants that we have. Ladies and gentlemen, regardless of who you are, if you may be a celebrity, if you're a doctor, if you're a nurse, or you become the manager, you become a dancer, a singer, a beauty queen, what matters most is the heart that you really wanted to fulfill to everybody. As what I have always said, ladies and gentlemen, money can definitely move mountains if you will definitely do good things coming from your heart. Daghang salamat ug maayong gabi kaninyong tanan.
Thanks so much, candidate number 6. And finally, our last finalist, definitely not the least, is candidate number 9. You may read your question. Judges, ladies and gentlemen, candidate number 9, your final question is, should bloggers and vloggers be accredited as members of the mainstream media? Again, should bloggers and vloggers be accredited as members of the mainstream media?
Well, first and foremost, I would like to say something that I know some of you are having a life right now, but my answer is only my opinion regarding that question. Don't ever bash me or don't ever say something bad to me. You know what, ladies and gentlemen, bloggers and
vloggers.
The two of that should not part of the mainstream media. Why? It's simply because that we should not neglect those people on the mainstream media who study hard, who exert their years to learn how to deliver a perfect and right information. Because they study from the university, they study so much years and effort to be a part of the mainstream media. But on the other hand, I don't estimate or underestimate the bloggers, the two kind of bloggers. Why? Because those bloggers, they are being part of our lives, most especially during the pandemic. They give some information, they give entertainment during our pandemic. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen? It should be the responsibility of the viewers. If ever we will take the right one information, the right visible video for us, and the right knowledge that we will acquire from blogger and from the mainstream media. Because we always remember this. It is not the two kind of bloggers, it is not the kind of mainstream media. It is the responsibility of each and every one of us how to be responsible and most of all, how to be productive in our country. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Well said, candidate number 9. And that concludes our final question and answer portion.